Hello there. You're listening to the Box Office Show. I'm Ryan Hill.
And I'm Dylan Johnson. Today we're going to be talking about the box office numbers from last weekend and our box office predictions for this upcoming weekend.
We'll also be giving our thoughts on the 98th Academy Awards, including the results for the 5th Box Office Show Oscars draft. Who got the gold statue in Hollywood, and who here on this podcast got the bragging rights.
And we'll also be spreading the love with our bonus Oscars for categories like Best Scene, Best Shot, Best Laugh, and more.
Let's dive into some news, do some trailer talk. We got two big blockbuster trailers this past week: Dune Part 3 and Spider-Man Brand New Day. Dylan, were you able to catch either of these?
I saw the Spider-Man trailer. I did not see the Dune trailer, though.
Tragique. Well, you have to get on that because it was epic. It was great. It was fantastic. The hype is through the roof. And let me tell you something. We'll get to this when we start talking about everything, but Timmy Tim, he's like, all right, if you don't want me in the Oscars for playing Marty Supreme, for playing Bob Dylan in a biopic, maybe he'll put it all on the line as Paul Atreides and maybe get an Oscar nod next year.
Maybe.
Dude, he was screaming his lungs out in the trailer for a
Sick.
war chant. And it's awesome. Like, it's incredible. But I'm like, you could literally hear his voice like cracking through all that. So hopefully he had some warm tea after recording that session. But yeah, it looks incredible. Looks absolutely fantastic. And then, yeah, the sound, the visuals, all that is just top tier. So hopefully Denis Villeneuve is finally going to get, his coronation at next year's Oscars, possibly. As far as the Brand New Day trailer, what do you think of this?
I thought it was interesting. Half of it's compelling to me, the other half kind of really isn't. Like the Spider-Man action stuff was kind of lacking for me. I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's fun, but it doesn't seem like anything that's like crazy, endearing, or enticing for me. But
Mm-hmm.
all of the stuff about like him trying to adjust to being Peter Parker as a nobody and not Peter Parker like with friends and family and things like that. That all seems very compelling to me. And like him going through like physical changes and stuff as Spider-Man, that seems compelling. It reminds me a lot of like Spider-Man 2. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah, that was a new element. I'm sure there's been leaks and all this stuff that have talked about it, but that was not on my radar. So him, going through the new stages of being Spider-Man,
Hmm.
uh, getting organic webbing, I guess that's now a thing for him, which is pretty exciting. And then we'll see what else is going on there. But it seems like we may be getting Man Spider in our new Spider-Man film, which would be fascinating. So, yeah, I like that. Obviously, John Bernthal is always incredible, so I do like seeing him in there. But yeah, I don't know. Just seeing again, it's like you had the opportunity to scale it down, and even I know it'd be very tough for them to do this, but to avoid the temptation to bring back Zendaya, bringing back Jacob Batalon as Ned, and then just having Peter Parker be on his own for a bit. But
Hmm.
we're gonna bring in other Marvel peeps. I like John Bernthal. Again, I haven't really seen him as the Punisher,
Hell
but I
yeah.
like him a lot. And then, I mean, Bruce Banner. Okay, interesting. It makes sense. I guess he'll be the Dr. Connors of this version, helping Spider-Man with this new iteration of his powers. So that can be compelling.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I'm open to it for sure. Like it does look interesting. It's an exciting new direction they're taking it in. So I'm down for that. And dude, this suit looks incredible. Like
Hmm. Of course. I mean, it
the
looked
in
good
the
at the
No
end
Way
of the last
Home,
movie. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it looked fantastic. But we were like,
Yeah.
okay, again, it was just CGI. We weren't able to see it in many different other like areas, but now, oh, it just looks so good. So yeah, I'm pumped. Again, huge Spider-Man fan, so I was always going to be there. But yeah, I am. I'm very excited. So this summer we'll have Spider-Man, and then this December we'll have the Dune conclusion. So I'm pumped. I'm very much looking forward to those.
Hell yeah. Let's go straight into our box office breakdown from March 13th to the 15th. In first place was Pixar's Hoppers with 28 million.
So it was able to retain the crown, beating out Reminders of Him, which debuted at 17.9 million.
After that was Undertone with 9 million.
Scream 7 grossed 8.5 million, bringing its domestic total across 100 million. So it's the first movie this year to be able to do that.
Hell yeah. Goat came in fifth with 4.6 million.
The Bride continues to bomb, unfortunately, with only 2 million.
Kiki's Delivery Service back in theaters made a impressive 1.6 million.
Wuthering Heights also at 1.6 million.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze, 1.4 million.
And then Crime 101, rounding out the top 10 with 1.1 million.
If only it was 1.01 million.
I know,
It was
right?
almost perfect.
And as for box office predictions for this upcoming weekend, March 20th to the 22nd, we have Project Hail Mary. Ryan Gosling starring in an adaptation of the latest sci-fi work from the author of The Martian. This one was not directed by Ridley Scott, instead by Christopher Lord and Phil Miller, right? Our
Yep.
uh, our duo directing team there with a massive hit on their hands. This thing was getting rave reviews. I was saying in the box office draft, this will be one to look out for. And yeah, the projections are starting to come in at 75 million. Dylan, what do you think Project Hail Mary will get? Can it go beyond that?
I think it's going to land around 70. But I think people are going to like it.
70? You
I
think
think
it's
it's going
going
to be a
to
big
go
hit.
underneath those projections
Yeah,
there?
I'm going to hit it with 70. What do you think?
I think it'll go over. This is one where it's been like crawling up throughout the week, and then word of mouth, like during the weekend, people are talking about it, and then they'll, more will
Mhm.
go out and see it. Um, and I definitely think the second weekend hold is going to be one to look out for. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna say 82 million, which I think is what Oppenheimer got. Maybe just got 80 million flat. We'll see though. We'll see if it'll be able to take the crown from Oppenheimer as like the biggest opening for a movie released in the 2020s that is an original film. This isn't really original, I guess, since it's adapted IP, but it'll still be not part of an existing franchise. So that'll be exciting if it can do that. But yeah, Project Hail Mary, uh, first major hit of the year, it looks like. All right, let's now go to the 2026 Oscar draft results.
I hate
So
this.
let's do a rundown of our roster and the nominations that we got. Then we'll look at where we stand after the wins. So, Dylan, of course, you had the film which broke records to become the most nominated film of all time. So you had
Sinners.
16 points for Sinners there.
16
I
points for
was
Sinners.
I was on your heels with one battle after another with 13 points, and then had a trifecta. Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, Sentiments of Value all getting 9 points.
And then I had Hamnet with 8 points and Begonia with 4.
And then Avatar, Fire and Ash came in with 2 points.
And then I had Jay Kelly and Wicked for Good, which got 0 fucking points both, which is tragic.
Indeed. And
Really fucked me on
so
that one.
the nomination tally was 42 nominations for me, and for you, Dylan, 28.
28. 28.
So we had a difference of 14 points. So you needed 5 wins more than me in order to close that gap and take the win. As far
Yeah.
as the results, we'll get into, of course, all the different categories and our thoughts on who ultimately won each of them. But one battle after another was the most awarded film of the night. It had 6 wins.
It was followed almost closely, pretty much, by Sinners with 4 wins.
And then Frankenstein had 3 wins.
Hamnet had just the 1 win.
And then Avatar and Sentiment of Value both had 1 win each. So that left Marty Supreme with 0 wins.
Crazy. And Begonia with 0 wins.
Indeed. And then, of course, Jake Kelly and Wicked for Good got no
Had no
gold.
nominations. Of course, of course, of course.
So, four films went home empty handed. And then in our rosters, and then we were able to clean up a lot of the rest. So, as far as the final tally, my points from the nominations and the wins totaled 75. A big 7-5. And then Dylan, were you able to beat that?
No, I had 43 points. Okay, you bastard.
And what was the difference there? How far off were you?
32 points.
Dang.
32 fucking points. God damn it, dude.
Yes.
I hate this stupid game. This is the third time you've won this one now in a row.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
you've
yeah.
won this 3 times in a row, and I've won the box office draft 3 years in a row. We got to switch it up next year, man. It's getting too predictable.
Well, don't worry. Again, I will be switching it up. If Avengers Doomsday, for the love of God, stays put this year, then I will be taking the box office
It would be
crown.
so sick if it got pushed. That would be so awesome.
I would freaking kill myself. So hopefully it doesn't happen. But yes, as far as the Oscar draft, once again, victory for me. My films had 11 wins total. You
Mm,
had 5 wins total this year. And
yeah.
so I was able to take the win pretty comfortably. Um, so as far as fun facts, so this is the second time that both of our rosters were able to get more than 2 wins. So that's good, right? We're picking successful
Hmm.
films ultimately
Yeah.
out
Ultimately.
of 19 possible categories. Because now we have best casting. So there's 19 categories that are eligible for us. Our rosters combined to get 17 of those wins. So again, we're like sweeping up. There's not really much left on the table. We
Hmm.
missed best song and best sound. And then
True.
this matched last year where we also missed just 2 categories. We went 16 for 18 when we combined. Um, Once again, whoever led in the points after nominations won the draft. I think all 5 years, that's how it played out. If you're leading in nominations, might take home the prize. This is the fourth time that the most awarded film led the roster to victory. And then this is an interesting little wrinkle. Having the most nominated film obviously is helpful, but no guarantee to win. It's at a 40% win
Hmm.
rate. So in 2022, you had
Yeah.
Power of the Dog most nominated, ultimately lost. 2023, you had Everything Ever All at Once, was the most nominated, most awarded, and you won. I had Oppenheimer in 2024 draft, so that one won. You had Amelia Perez, which again had the most nominations last
Hmm.
year, did not win. And then this year, Sinners, most nominated, but not the most awarded, and ultimately did not bring you to victory for the draft. So it's an
Yeah.
interesting little wrinkle there. Obviously, you want to get the big heavy hitter for nominations, but doesn't seal the deal quite yet. You got to round out the roster with other really strong films. So yeah,
Yep.
as far as our tally differences, this was the third biggest difference. 39 points in the Oppenheimer year was the biggest gap. And then last year was the smallest gap, 19 points. So you had your best shot last year. This one got away from you a little bit. You
I
have to
know.
try and close it in. But again, for all of these,
Fuck
it's
you.
not been very like you need to get the other person would have needed to get 7 wins in order to like close the gap. For not talking about nominations and whatnot. So it's pretty hefty. Like it's been pretty vast gap each time. Um, this one matched last year, so you had 43 points as the runner up. Last year was the same. I was 2 points off of the record set in the Oppenheimer year. I had 77 points that time. This year I had
Hmm.
75 points. So no big record set. As far as lifetime point tallies, Dylan, how many did you have?
My total lifetime point tallies is 210.
210 points, and mine is 291.
Bastard.
So it's widening. You got to catch up. We're about to break. I'm going to break 300 next year.
Fuck you.
You ain't gonna get there yet. So we'll see if you can close that gap. But yeah, so fourth Oscar victory for me. How fun! What's really funny is because again, you're supposed to be the Oscars guy.
I
I was
know.
supposed to be the box office guy. What's happening? So I can't let you get a fourth box office victory, let alone in a row. That'd be terrible. And you gotta figure something out. You gotta take back the Oscar win here.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. I'm trying really hard. You won the fucking coin toss and it fucked me up, okay? If I had one battle after another, I would have won, okay? It's just a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of
But remember,
bullshit. You win the coin toss.
it's not always a guarantee. Crazier things have
Fuck you.
happened, as we've seen in the box office draft a couple times. So, all right, let's look at the Oscars ceremony itself. You were not able to watch this show this year,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately.
First time in years I haven't been able to watch the Oscars.
Very brutal, very brutal. But I was able to watch it, but you were
Hmm.
also able to catch some clips and everything. So this will be a good give and take here to see like what hits, the pop culture, what hits the social media sites. So what were you seeing on your feed, or what were you seeking out about the show, the monologue, the bits? Any of those things came up?
I was seeing stuff like the wins, like Michael B. Jordan winning and going up on stage. A lot of Teyana Taylor like jumping in the audience and stuff, and like
Mm.
putting Paul Thomas Anderson in a headlock when they win one Best Picture.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of the Conan jokes, but not a lot of them. From
See
what I understand,
The Leo meme.
the Leo meme popped up. Yeah, the Timmy Tim ballet opera joke came up
Hmm.
quite a bit. From what I could glean from what I've been I've been watching clips of the Oscars to try and catch up. I haven't seen the whole thing, of course, but I've seen a lot of Conan's bits, and I've seen like a lot of postings online. What I'm understanding is that Conan did like an okay job, but a lot of the jokes kind of just fell flat, and they weren't like home runs. I guess that's my impression.
I would say for the
Weird or
monologue in particular,
mm-hmm.
which it was weird, and you could like sense it as well. He could sense it up there that I don't know what was going on with the audience, but they were not, like up to it. I think at least that early on, because he did the like a little cold open thing where he's on Gladys and he's going through all the different movies, and that was hilarious. And
Mm-hmm.
then it goes into his monologue, and he opens up a couple of the jokes. He does the Timmy Tim one pretty early on with the ballet and opera, and that was like well received. But then some of these other ones, yeah, were not quite hitting.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know. I don't know why. There's one where he calls it out of he was making like a healthcare joke of like in Hamnet delivering a baby in the woods or something. They were like, "Oh, we call that affordable healthcare." And then some people, I don't know if people didn't quite get it, if what was going on there, if it just felt
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable, whatever it was. There was like not a big response, and Conan like called it out. He's like, "Is that too real or something? Like, what's going on?" And then yeah, for the other ones, which I thought as it progressed, because then he started getting more like his late night show where that was like half of the bit is Conan trying to go the extra mile with jokes that don't land and then turning it around. And so he did a couple like that, which I thought was funny. He
Mm-hmm.
did one that was an F1 joke. Then he said the sequel is going to be caps lock, so making a keyboard joke. And then again, I got like a mild response. And he's like, some of these I just do for me. And then he like kept it moving. It's like stuff like that was the Conan that I like. But yeah, definitely I
Mm-hmm.
think his first outing, the monologue, hit better. Um, but then I don't know, he's a pro. And so like later on he shifted and talked about how, obviously the world is crazy right now, but there's power in storytelling and it can be a very hopeful venture. And so
Mm-hmm.
he was able to get a lot of support from that. Made a couple. I mean, a lot of stuff in the rest of the show. I thought all that hit really well. Like he had. Did you see the one with
Yeah.
Sterling K. Brown,
No, I didn't see that one.
the black and white, where they were making a joke on how Netflix now needs to spoon feed everyone because they're on their phones, they're dual screening,
Mm-hmm.
so they have to repeat the plot points. And so he did a gag of Casablanca, which I already love, and
Of
then it's
course.
Conan as well. And so they have where he's playing Rick, and then Sterling King Brown is on the piano playing Sam, and they just talk through again the plot points very obviously. Sterling K. Brown in that in particular was hilarious. Um, so that was a great bit. He had quite a few good sort of ad lib things. Of there's one moment where, as always, they're trying to play off the people that are giving the speech, and
Mhm.
I don't know if it was accidental or not. They started retracting the mic. They started pulling it back down, and then they cut to Conan. I think they started like turning off the lights. So they were trying to move it on, but Conan
Mhm.
was waiting. He didn't, start transitioning to the next part because they were still there. They were still trying to speak, and so he just let it go. But you could see him like watching this nonsense unfold, and he was finding it amusing. And then when it came back to him, finally, like the speech ended, and then it went to him, and he was gonna move to the next thing. But he was like, "I know we're short on time, but to retract a microphone on a man is hilarious." Next up,
Yeah.
and then so it was a nice way to call out the moment and shift it into something humorous. So he had a lot
Mhm.
of great moments like that. But the monologue definitely did not hit for everyone in the room at that moment. But yeah, there's a lot of technical nonsense as
Mhm.
well throughout. The sound issues were kind of bad throughout. They had a few cutting to the camera in the wrong spot. So there's definitely some issues there. But again, I think Conan, for the most part, did well with everything
Okay.
except the monologue. But
Mhm.
yeah, they had a great final bit too, where they were. Did you see the one where it was like one about for another? He was getting put into the office because they were like, "You are now the Oscars host for life." And they were like, "Let me show you your new office." It was
Hmm.
like the Sean Penn getting brought to his corner office, and then they gas him. So
That's pretty good.
they did that at the very end. They had one of the like Gen Zer jokes where they had was it Subway Surfer, and then they had a bunch of brain rot lingo, and Conan had to read it out. So like all that stuff again was really really good. It was just the monologue wasn't quite
Mm.
for whatever reason didn't quite hit. But yeah, so I thought that was
Unfortunate.
good. Um, Nothing insane happened in the rest of the show. No crazy controversy or whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah.
I do think Conan did well, but the show wasn't the best run, I think. What was really nice though was the in memoriam. Did you see that?
I did see the
How they
memoriam. It
handled
was
it?
long.
It was very long. They had special presentations. So they had, in honor of Rob Reiner, Diane Keaton, and Robert Redford in particular, they had Billy Crystal, Rachel McAdams, and then Barbara Streisand come out for each of them respectively and say
Mhm.
some words. And Barbara Streisand started singing as well. It
Mhm.
was when that started happening, I was like, oh my lord, this lady, she's 83. Like,
Yeah.
what is about to go down? She did really well. Like, it was kind of beautiful. So I thought that was
That's
great.
awesome.
Billy Crystal and Rachel McAdams both had great things to say of their respective people. So yeah, it was very touching, very moving. So again, it took up a long chunk of the show, but I thought, especially for this year, where for whatever reason so many people in the industry, like major heavy hitters, passed, I think it was nice that they added extra time to pay respects. So I liked that. We also had a tie. Did you see this? We
I
had a
did see that
tie,
with the
first
Kumano and
time
Gianni announcing the tie. Yeah.
in like 13 years or something. He handled it like a pro as well. His bit, the presenter bits are always kind of
Mhm.
hit or miss. He did really well with his bit of like maybe the feature films should be more like short films, and did a gag of like all these titles instead of Schindler's List, Schindler's Post-it Note, instead of one battle after another, just one
Mhm.
battle, just one. You just go one. Um, but then yeah, he handled the tie really really well. So I thought that was nice. But yeah, so that's all the major things. Other than the performances, you see the performances?
Uh, I did not see the K-pop Demon Hunters performance, but I saw the Sinners performance. The Sinners performance was fantastic.
Dude, it was incredible. I couldn't believe that. Like when they opened, and then you see, okay, he's in character, and then the other actors, like all the actors basically that weren't nominated, were also
Mhm.
there
Yeah.
in
It
character,
was awesome.
recreating the scene. I was like, this is fantastic.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was an amazing part of the night. And then the Golden, which I was watching in particular, Sean was watching it with me, and I was talking. I was like, I think you and I talked about this last week as
Mhm.
well, where I'm like, it's so hard to sing. How are they going to do it live? and so we were wondering were they gonna change the octave that they were in, but or the key, but nope, they did
They went
shorten
for
it
it.
though. They did shorten it, but they did have to sing it in the normal register, and they hit it well. But yeah, it was kind of I don't know, wasn't as amazing or epic um, since they shortened it down. And I did like that they had light sticks or light orbs for everyone in the audience to try and be involved. But yeah, no, just didn't quite hit. It's the same as that Cinder's performance. Very hard to top that.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so let's go into the actual categories and see who won each of them.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if you recall what your prediction was. But production design went to Frankenstein for Tamara Deverell.
I think we both called that, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then best film editing went to One Battle After Another, which we both also called.
Yeah, it's Andy Jurgensen there. But best cinematography went to Sinners for
Good win.
Autumn
Cool win.
Arkapaw. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely beautiful film. I was expecting one after another to take the win, but we got a nice surprise there, which I always love.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love how again some of the categories are very set in stone. We sort of know what's coming, but this one it was a nice surprise and a very historic
Mm-hmm.
win as well, since it was the first
Yeah.
time that a woman who was cinematographer in a film won best cinematography after
Yeah.
98 years. Finally happened. So that was a great celebration on stage. Next
And
up,
then best costume design went to Frankenstein, which I think you called. I think I said Sinners.
mhm, yeah, Kate Hawley. Well, I think I convinced you because I was like Mia Goth.
You were
You were
right.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh
you did
yes."
convince me, and because I forgot about that. I was just thinking about like Frankenstein and like the other male characters wearing like boring suits, and I was like, how could that possibly win? And then you were like, well, Mia Goth, and I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. Forgot about those fucking outfits she wears.
Yeah. So well deserved win for Kate Hawley there.
Hmm.
Congrats. We
Best
had best
sound.
sound. Yeah, this one went to F1. Again, they love it when cars go vroom. They certainly did in this one.
They
So
certainly
I
did.
think well deserved for sure.
Best visual effects, of course, went to Avatar, like it always does. It would kind of be silly if it didn't.
As absolutely should. I love that they had Sigourney Weaver and Pedro Pascal, since I guess they're supporting the uh, Mando and Grogu. I guess Sigourney
Hmm.
Weaver is part of that, which is fun. But yeah, she was announcing it, and she got really like emotionally affected by the Avatar win. And I was like, is she the one person that didn't know that this was like a crazy
A
lock?
lock. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's great that again she's such a huge supporter of the films, and was
Hmm.
very happy that they won. So that was nice. All right, next up, best animated short film, The Girl Who Cried Pearls, which was the one that I think we both picked. Certainly the one that I picked. Again, we just went based on naming scheme,
It was just
which
vibes.
yeah, the vibes. It was always fun. So it paid off
Yep.
of there.
And then best live action short film, this was the tie. It went to The Singers and Two People Exchanging Saliva, which I think you and I picked the last one because we thought it was funny. Is that what it was?
I definitely picked the last one. I think you did not. I don't think
I think maybe I didn't because I thought it was
were on the
gross. I think
train.
maybe
Yeah,
I think I picked Jane Austen's period drama.
I think you did. So that one, your vibes were off.
The vibes were off.
You had two shots at that one. So best documentary short film went to All the Empty Rooms. I think we both went for Children No More, Were and Are Gone.
I really thought that would
Yeah,
win. Best
me too.
adapted screenplay went to One Battle After Another for PTA.
Mm-hmm. Which was amazing to see him. Did you see his speech or any of
Yeah,
his
I saw all of his
speeches?
speeches. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was great. He went up there and he was like, "You guys really make a guy work hard for this." So it was a fun little comment. Best animated feature film, of course, went to K-pop Demon Hunters.
And then best original screenplay went to Ryan Coogler for Sinners, his first Oscar. Very, very cool win. The theater
100%
exploded on that one.
well deserved, and yeah, the celebration was also well warranted. He's just such a great guy, and
He
he
is.
blew through his speech. He mentioned he was nervous.
Hmm.
PTA was also nervous, which is funny because again, it's like he's been winning all year. But Yeah, so awesome to see him get that win, and now he's Oscar winner, Ryan Coogler. We have best casting, which went to One Battle After Another. Cassandra Kulukundis was able to get the win, which was a surprise. 'Cause I thought for sure, especially after the best ensemble at SAG went to Sinners, I thought I was going
Mhm.
to go for Sinners, but
I'm
One Battle
saying.
After Another got it. What I also loved is they had, the Fab Five presenters. They brought out someone from each of these movies to talk about the work put in by the casting director.
Mhm.
I thought was a wonderful touch. And I like when they do that. I don't like if they do it for every single acting category, but if they just pick one category, a below the line category, and they have, people come out and speak on behalf of like whoever it was on the film that worked for it, the crew
Mhm.
member, then I think it's a great way to get them up there, show their face. Then also, particularly in this one, right, since it's a new category, they needed to describe or introduce like the real impact that these casting directors have. So love how they handled that, and what a win! Very well deserved, one after another.
And then after the casting was Best Original Song, which very clearly went to Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. Even though you and I were both fighting for "I Lied to You."
I can't believe it, especially after dude that performance. It's like how can you see
Yeah.
that and then not think that 100% should have won?
I agree.
Insane. Best documentary feature film. It went to Mr. Nobody Against Putin. So you were
Called
right
it.
in your
I
initial
called it.
vibes of go for the Ukrainian
They love
based
that
or
shit, bro.
anti-Russian documentary in recent years for sure. That's the way to go.
Best International Feature Film went to Sentimental Value for Norway. So they at least got one win.
So I'm glad about that. Yeah, and it was great as well seeing Joaquin Trier up there, and it's like he was a mentor for Ryan Coogler and Chloe Zhao
Mhm.
at when they were at the Sundance Institute, which is
Mhm.
great. I don't know if you've seen all the like director roundtables from this year, the
No.
Hollywood Reporter and everything that they put out. I watched a few of those, and they had Chloe Zhao, Ryan Coogler, and Joaquin Trier, and they were talking about that, and I was like, that's so cool. Like they're able to
That
be
is
there to
awesome.
support each other. Coogler and Zhao both having best directing. All three of them are in the best director category. And then Chloe Zhao has an Oscar, Coogler now has an Oscar, and now Joaquin Trier has an Oscar. I guess technically Norway does. Who gets to keep it? I don't know that. Is it the filmmaker? Do they have to
I think it's the
certainly?
filmmaker gets to keep the statuette.
Yeah.
I think.
So hopefully. Um, yeah, but what do they engrave on it? Like, do they engrave Norway on the Oscar? Who knows? But certainly in our hearts, he is the winner for that Oscar. So that is great. Now we have best makeup and hairstyling also goes to Frankenstein. No surprise there.
No surprise there whatsoever. I know there's no surprise because I mean he had the whole fucking thing on him, but I really like the makeup effects they did in Sinners, but hey, that's whatever. Best original score went to Sinners. Fucking called it. I knew that was gonna happen. Should have gone to Begonia though.
Should have gone one bat after another. Can't believe
Should have
it.
gone to Begonia.
It's also crazy. Ludwig Göransson, he has 3 Oscars, bro. Hans Zimmer has only 2, and
He's
he
the
just
new.
got the second one recently. Well,
He's
he's
the
the new
new.
Hans Zimmer, and he's
He's
beating out Hans
no,
Zimmer. He's
not
beating
even Hans
John
Zimmer.
Williams as well.
He's the
He's going
new
to
John
be.
Williams. Yeah,
He's one away from Williams, I think.
yeah.
Um,
He's the new John. I think John Williams has 5.
Maybe. Let's fact check that. Look that up real quick.
Let's find that out.
But Hans Zimmer has one for Lion King,
Hmm.
phenomenal, incredible, amazing, and Dune, phenomenal, incredible, amazing. But like, think of any other like Interstellar. I know was up during that year. One for
Yeah,
that
John Williams has 5
is 5. Okay, so his record is in
and a
place. What did he
lot of
win for?
nominations.
You have all of them. He's Star Wars,
Yes, he
Schindler's
won
List.
for in reverse chronological order. Schindler's List was the last time he won.
Wow.
Uh, I'm still scrolling. Hang on. E.T.
Okay.
Uh, Star Wars 4, the first Star Wars. Jaws
Yep. One before that. So one
and
pre
Fiddler on the
Spielberg.
Roof.
Okay. Interesting.
He has so many nominations though. This is insane.
Yeah, he's probably got like 30
Multiple
nominations.
years with multiple nominations from different movies.
Every Spielberg, including, hey, next year he's going to get another nomination. Maybe another win if he can pad the record against Ludwig here.
He's old now too. Good God, he's old.
Yeah,
Like
it's probably gonna be
94 or
his
something
last
like that.
one. He keeps saying that though, but it's probably gonna be
Is
his
he
last.
composing for the new Spielberg movie, Disclosure Day?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think
That's
they had to
crazy.
get back together one more time. Yeah, I don't
You
know.
would think
Again,
that they'd be happy ending it with The Fablemans. You know, that feels like a good stopping point.
I know.
Yeah, no, it's John Williams. That's crazy. I wonder if Disclosure Day is gonna be good. We'll see.
I hope so.
I hope so too. I
I
love me
have
some
faith.
Spielberg.
Spielberg's the goat, bro. But yeah, Goranson again, very talented, but I'm just stunned. I'm shocked that Johnny Greenwood didn't get his first right now.
Sorry, but he should have gotten it for Phantom Thread, dude. That score is incredible.
Can't comment on that yet, but soon I'll be able to comment on that. But
Hmm.
yeah, for this one, should have picked up the dub. Best director. We had Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson for One After Another, Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value, Ryan Coogler for Sinners. And of course, went to Paul Thomas Anderson in his coronation year.
It's a good win.
Third time in a row, we've had Christopher Nolan got coronated. We got
Sean Baker
Sean Baker got coronated.
and
It's
now
kind of
PTA.
interesting, like two not like polar opposites, but one is like the huge spectacle driven, and the other is like the very small indie film. And then PTA sort of straddles that line there. Like in film circles, every film he makes is, a huge spectacle, biggest thing coming
Hmm.
around. But for mainstream audiences, it's a little more, smaller, indie minded, but definitely the coronation of like our greatest, certainly of the last couple decades, auteurist
Hmm.
filmmaker. So
Yeah.
that's awesome to see. Very well deserved.
And then after Best Director, we have Best Actress went to Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. Obviously, that was the biggest lock, one of the biggest locks of the night. I mean, she's won every other award possible for this role. I think it was
Indeed.
100% guaranteed she was going to get it. Good speech. Still have not seen Hamnet.
God dang
I know. It's gonna really
it.
fuck up the bonus categories too.
It is. You're gonna have to well, just forget what I say whenever you go to see Hamnet, which may be a long time from now, so you'll have the time to forget and then come
Hmm.
back to it. Best Supporting Actor went to Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, who
I
did
can't
not
believe
show
it.
up.
Yeah, I can't
So
believe it.
this that Oscar is going to be going to Zelensky. Will end up in Ukraine soon enough, I'm sure. Um, yeah, it was Kieran Culkin going up and having to be like, "All right, here's who I'm going to present it to." Oh, no one. He couldn't be here tonight or didn't want to be, so I will be
Yeah,
accepting on his back. Um, Very funny. Hopefully, he gets
it's
to come back
awesome.
next year when Sean Penn inevitably also doesn't return. But how about
Hmm.
that? That's crazy. This man didn't campaign, wasn't even showing up to half the places, showed up to Golden Globes, lost there, and then said, "All right, enough." And then now won his third Oscar,
Yeah,
which again, well deserved. I mean, he gave an incredible performance, but I'm like, come on, his third. We still need to get Leo his second, and get Stellan Skarsgård. He doesn't have one yet. Tragic.
tragic. Best Supporting Actress went to Amy Madigan for Weapons. Again, a little surprising. I really thought Tana Taylor had this one.
I know. I would love Deontay Taylor to get the win, but Amy Madigan, people loved her.
Yeah,
Again, it's a good
it's
role,
just
but
not the
it's
kind
like
of
it's a
role.
genre performance.
Yeah,
She did very
it's
well in
very
it, but it's like
impressive.
we've seen, Scream Queens going back to freaking Halloween. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis in that, and certainly since then, it's like it takes a lot to perform in horror films like that. And she did great in
Hmm.
this, Amy Madigan, of course, but I don't know, not quite my taste when I'm looking at a best supporting actress category. But she is phenomenal. Like her
She is
speech
phenomenal.
was hilarious. She was great. Um, Her like SAG speech was awesome. This speech was awesome. She's just a great person. So it's like I'm glad for her that
Hmm.
she got it. I don't know, kind of an odd direction that we're going in as far as uh, the performances that are getting awarded. I guess great for people in the horror genre because in Best Actor in a horror film, Michael B. Jordan took home Best Lead Actor.
It's a crazy win.
That was shocking. I guess not that shocking because it was clearly a two horse race at this point, and the momentum had swung towards Michael B. Jordan. But again, at the beginning of this race, would you or me or anyone have predicted Michael B. Jordan? I don't think so.
No, I wouldn't have even
Like
predicted a nomination, really.
that's what I'm saying. Like it was the nomination was like, oh, what a crazy surprise! That's
Pre-nomination,
awesome.
I was like, maybe Michael B. Jordan. That'd be kind of cool, you know.
Hmm.
Like he was like a sixth or seventh choice, and he won. Came out of nowhere, and
Yeah,
that's a
he's the
long
winner.
time to carry that momentum. Sinners came out in like March, or April. It's a long
It
time to
was.
carry that momentum through to the
And
next
again,
year.
it's because the momentum had swung recently for him getting the nomination. But then even when he had that, it's like, okay, it's still Timothy Chalamet's to
Hmm.
lose. And then certainly he did end up losing it. So Michael B. Jordan with just the SAG, that was the only precursor he had. And then ultimately ended up winning. So yeah, shocking stuff.
Yeah.
But good for him. Again, he's also like incredible, just as like a person and a great actor. So I'm glad he got it. But this is one of those performances where it's like, I don't know, this was really the best among these categories, and it's like
Hmm.
even Michael B. Jordan at his best. Like I don't know, but we'll definitely see going forward if Timothy Chalamet, what they're going to do with him. Again, if genre performances like this, because again, it's a great performance. I just don't know like a crazy leading actor performance. Mike B. Jordan definitely was very solid in leading it. Is this going to open the door for like Dune Part Three, for instance? We're
Hmm.
going to start getting acting nominations. That's typically the thing, right? Like these big blockbuster films, like Sinners, like Dune a few years ago, like they don't get acting nominations. But
Hmm.
now, if the Academy is being more accepting to genre based acting performances, we could see some of that change. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, congrats to Michael B. Jordan. Saw he went to In and Out afterwards,
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
right after he won and was eating the burger there. Like that's great. So love to see that. As far as best picture, one battle after another ended up taking it. So it completed its not quite sweep because Sinners was right there, being very strong alongside it. But one battle after another definitely was the dominant force for the night. 6 wins total, including best director,
Hmm.
best editing, and then best adapted. So that's usually the winning package. So I was able to get the big one. So yeah, your
Mm.
thoughts overall on the winners? Any crazy upsets? Any crazy surprises? Any?
I think it was mostly kind of like what we thought would happen. Still a little surprised by the Michael B. Jordan one. I really thought Timmy had it as a lock. I mean, we said it in the predictions episode that more than any other category, if it doesn't go to Timothy Chalamet, it was Timothy's to lose. Like he lost it.
Yeah,
Like in
which
most
is
cases, it's a close race, but
he
I really thought like he was gonna get it.
he's got to be pissed because again, the Oscars used to be early February. This was freaking mid March. Like
Yeah.
the Oscars season is way too long. It's
Hmm.
way too long. But Timothy Chalamet has got to be the number one person who's like, they got to move this back to early February or something because he would have won if this
Yeah.
were early February.
He couldn't
Um,
keep the momentum going. I guess I don't know.
exactly. Yeah.
He burnt out
So
too quick.
I guess so. I guess so.
Tragic.
But yeah. Overall, a great night. Again, even stuff like that where it's like, would I have voted for the Michael B. Jordan performance? No, but he was good in that part, and
I probably
he
would have
was a
voted for
great
Leo, to be
actor.
honest.
That's what I was saying.
Well,
Like
I would
towards
have
the
voted
end,
for
I'm
Jesse
like,
Plemons, but I would have of the five we have here, I would have voted for Leo.
like I
Should have been
would have
Jesse
swung for
Plemons.
Leo at the end there, or again, like I could have gone for Ethan Hawke. But of all the like categories, it's like I can't be mad at any of these. Like the person is usually great, or their role itself was like you can't deny it. So yeah, it was I think a great Oscar season
Mm.
because we had initially it was like a clear front runner in one battle, and then Sinners kind of came in there took Hamnet's spot as like the number two that was fighting for it. Then it felt like there's a real race in a lot of categories, especially the acting ones. Dude, 3 out of 4 were up in the air. That's great. Like, when's the last time we had something like that? Way too
Yeah,
long. Like,
it
I
is
don't even know
exciting.
when. So
It's very exciting
hopefully next year we can get something similar to that. Um, yeah, I don't know. They got to shorten these Oscar seasons
for real.
so that we can just get through it a little bit quicker. Because again, making this late March, bro. This Oscar recap episode. That's wild. So let's do our bonus categories. So we have some categories. We added a new one, in honor of best casting getting added. We added a new one as the best smile on my face moment or sequence. But we'll go through each of these in order. Were you able to find 5 nominations for each of these categories?
I'm looking at the list I made. I believe they all have 5 in there. Oh, one of them has 3, but all the other ones have 5.
All right, solid. And then how did you feel about making these the categories this year? I know it wasn't
I think this year was pretty
the
easy.
most robust year as far as amount of films you saw, but the
Yeah, this is
categories were
kind
easy to
of
find the ones you loved.
this was an easy one to fill in, but it was also kind of a lot of repeats between the categories. I'm not gonna lie. There were just a few like shining stars that I really, really, really liked in terms of scenes and like how they made me feel. And so it was easy to make the list. I mean, I made it in like 20 minutes. And it was pretty easy to pick as well. Like of the category, like I think they were all like there were there was not really a close race between them. All of the nominations I think are deserving of the bonus awards that we're giving out here, but I think for me there were clear winners when I was picking these, like very clear.
Gotcha. All right. So let's start going through it. So our first category this year is most tense slash white knuckle moment. The one that got you on the edge of your seat, grip of the armrests,
Mhm.
cheeks puckered. What'd you get for this? What are your nominations?
My nominations are the dog pickup scene in Marty Supreme, where they go to pick up the dog from the farmhouse and they're all shooting at each other.
Oh yeah.
Uh, the scene in Twinless where he sucks on the guy's foot. the uh the party scene in Eddington where Joaquin Phoenix or yeah, Joaquin Phoenix shows up to turn off the music with that Pedro Pascal is playing and they kind of like get in each other's face.
Uh huh.
The home invasion sequence in No Other Choice and the electrocution sequence in Begonia.
All right. There you go. My nominations in Warfare, anytime they had a show of force, the
Hmm.
jet flying right through the streets. Also in Warfare, when they're trying to help Joseph Quinn's character gets injured, he's screaming as one would in that situation, and they're trying to give him adrenaline, and then a dude stabs himself. Little EpiPen things.
Yes.
Imagine he's trying to like undo that, stabs into his thing, but he stabs his own thumb.
Hmm.
Crazy. And then
Never put
the
your
guy's
thumb over
still
those things,
screaming. They're
man.
still trying to get the next like thing in. That was very intense. One battle after another. The highway chase on the
Good
hills. I'm
choice.
surprised this
Good
didn't get
choice.
into your selections. I was surprised about this one. It was just an accident. Spoiler for the ending. Hearing the false leg
Hmm.
coming up behind our main character at the very end.
That is a tense one.
And then finally, the lost bus when the fire envelops the school bus in their last ditch effort to get out of it.
Hmm.
Very frightening. So, of your 5 nominees, what is your winner?
It's the home invasion and No Other Choice. I mean, it is just incredible.
Yeah, I
You still haven't
figured
seen it, have you?
no other choice. I have. Yeah.
You did watch it?
We talked about this, yes.
I forgot. Dude, I love that scene. It's incredible.
It's a great scene. Yeah, my favorite of the very tense, but also you're talking
It's
about the
fun to
one where
see.
he comes in like the first
He
guy he's
he
trying to
has yeah,
off.
he has a
Yeah.
gun and he has like 5 mittens on over the gun,
Yeah.
and they're
Just
just
keeps
yelling
taking
at
him
each
off.
other,
It's
and
just
then they
very
knock the
funny
gun
as
down,
well
and they're
though.
wrestling for the gun, yeah.
That was my takeaway. It was a hoot. It was a bit of a romp. Yeah. All right. Next up. Best Oh
Wait,
yeah, I didn't
wait,
get
did you
mine.
pick yours? What was your winner? What the hell?
So my winner is from Warfare
Mhm.
when
I
they're trying
figured.
to help Joseph Quinn's character and it's all going crazy. Very intense. I don't know how anyone, real life situations like that can think straight.
Mhm.
So next up, our category is best WTF moment. All right. So my nominees from Amnesia 2, and the arrow rips through the dad into Xiao Bao. One battle after another, when a bloodied Sean Penn rises over the hill with that little strut of his.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Weapons, anything with the freaking needles was insane. Like when the cop was like patting him down and they got hit with the needle. And then later
Mhm.
they did another one when he's like freaking out in the woods. Not a big fan of needles. The long walk. Did you see the long walk?
I did see The Long Walk.
Yeah. Dude, what was up with all the dookie, bruh?
Yeah.
They're taking crap
What was
twice
gonna
in a row.
happen, bro?
I mean, it makes
They're
sense, but
walking.
I'm
They gotta
also
poop.
like, do we need to see all that? So that was my
Yeah.
WTF moment. Um, and then Marty Supreme, the bathtub falling through
Oh,
the
that is a
ceiling,
good one. I should have picked that one. That's a good one.
pinning that dude's arm down. Yeah, insane. All right, how about
That's a
your
crazy moment.
nominees?
My nominees are the attack from the principal in Weapons, where they're at the gas station. He just shows up and charges them.
Very good.
Uh,
Yeah.
the the title sequence in Twinless, where the twin shows up and is talking to the main character, and you're like, "What? I thought he was
Oh
dead."
yeah,
You're trying
yeah.
to catch up on
Oh,
that.
very good.
The reveal in Twinless that he actually does not have a twin and he's making it up and he's like photoshopping the picture to have like a second version of him in it, I think is
Mm-hmm.
great. The foot licking scene in Twinless is absolutely nuts. That whole movie was a big what the fuck moment for me, bro. Watching it
That's
in
intense.
theaters alone.
I don't
And
remember the
then
foot licking. When was this? What was that? What was going on?
it's like when they're in the hotel together and what's his name has to like
Oh, you're right. You're
he,
right.
he
You're right. Okay.
he has to like tell him that he's not actually a twin and that he knew his brother and that he's the reason that he died. And he goes and he licks his foot and then they have the confrontation and Dylan O'Brien like
He
beats
was
the
like,
fuck out of him.
"What the heck is up, bro?" Yeah, I forgot about that moment. But yeah,
Yeah.
where he just compulsively licked the foot.
Yep.
Bruh.
And then the long tube in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, where she's pulling it out of her stomach and it's just
Mm,
longer and longer and longer. Uh, yeah, and I guess I'll say what the winner is. The winner is for me. The scene in Twinless where you find out that he doesn't actually have a twin, because to me it's already crazy that like he lied about like not knowing the brother, but then to find out he's made up an entire twin and has joined the support community is insane to me. The photoshopping
yeah,
the pictures and everything is crazy.
dude was digging the biggest hole
Mhm.
imaginable. That's insane.
Yeah,
Knew the brother, arguably was, there when the brother
somewhat
died.
responsible for his
Somewhat,
death.
yeah, had a part to
Played
play
a
in that.
part. Yeah,
And then creating a fake twin, and then trying to ingratiate himself with the brother of the person he was in love with that died. Yeah, crazy, crazy stuff.
yeah.
My winner would be One Battle After Another when Sean
Mhm.
Penn rises over the hill. And you think
That
the
is
movie's
crazy.
done, you're like,
You think he's
great,
dead?
we
Yeah,
rekindled. Yeah, you think he's long dead. We're like, we got the emotional catharsis. It's all good. He just comes over the hill with that walk, bro. The strut, the Vince McMahon
it's
walk.
so
Like, it was
good.
insane. So yeah, that would be my victory
That's a
for
good
this
pick.
one. All right, what is our next category?
The next category is best line of dialogue. This one was a little tough for me to hunt these ones down,
Hard to
just so I can get them
remember
word
the
for
lines of
word.
dialogue, huh?
Yeah, but there were a couple of good ones. My first nominee is God's garden is full of weeds. Hank says that in The Long Walk right before he dies. I think it's a really good line.
Hmm.
Uh, ocean waves from the Sensei in One Battle After Another.
Very good.
I'm sorry that bad things are going to happen to you. I hope they don't. Agnes in the ending of Sorry Baby, really good line.
Yeah.
I was born in 1601. I'm a vampire. I've been around forever. Milton Rockwell and Marty Supreme, really really good line.
That's awesome.
And then my family is everywhere. There's a smiling face. Arn Peoples and Train Dreams.
Oh, nice. Very, very nice. Touching. For mine, my first nominee, Nijat 2. I knew you'd be back because we're too young to fear. Just like that sentiment. Last Days, which is a movie about the uh the guy that went to North Sentinel Islands and then got
Hmm.
killed. You
Yeah,
remember that story from
I
years
remember
back?
the story.
Um, there's like a mantra that there's a bunch of like young edgy missionaries, and their mantra is "first one to heaven wins,"
Oof.
which is just such a terrible approach
Oof.
to life and anything. But
Yeah.
it's such a great. I don't know if that was like a real thing that they like draw from real life, but whoever the scriptwriter was that came up with that is just like a perfect encapsulation of like, oh, like this is the type of mentality that would make this guy go and do something so stupid. What's even crazier is he survived the first time and then went back a couple days later
Hmm.
and got killed it for real. So
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunate. After the hunt, when Andrew Garfield says, "I know this is going to sound so brutally male, but I thought she was coming on to me." That's just an incredible line again for that particular like character. The way Andrew Garfield delivers it as well is kind of crazy. So that's a great touch. One battle after another. I had Ocean Waves slash
Let's
Courage
go.
Bob as well. Great. And then Wake Up Dead Man.
Mhm.
We talked about this one. It's the one where our guy goes, it's storytelling. The rites and rituals, costumes, all of it, it's storytelling. So the question is, do these stories convince us of a lie? Do they resonate with something deep inside us that's profoundly true that we can't express any other way except storytelling?
Hmm.
So I kind of love again that way that they tie in faith and storytelling. Again, the way
Mhm.
that there's all these religious ceremonies and rites and rituals, things that we do. Um, and again,
Mhm.
he's sort of grappling with like, what does it mean? Is it alive when we're doing these things, or is it because it resonates deeper? So I love that. As far as what I probably use in my daily life, ocean waves or courage bob, like I legitimately, I just will think I'm like ocean waves, ocean waves. Uh, but I think the wake up dead man quote was like the most profound. Like it hit me as we were
Mhm.
watching it. I was like, that's a banger. Like that's incredible. Um, so that's got to be my winner for this one.
My winner is Ocean Waves. Ocean Waves. I just, it's poetry, man. It's genuine poetry. The delivery, the choice,
That
how it fits
mentality
into the
is
scene.
great. Yeah,
It's gorgeous. Ocean Waves. Ocean Waves.
and I'll use a little ocean waves. All right, what do we have next? Best trailer,
It is best fist pump moment.
best fist pump moment. All right, let's take a look.
This for
Eight.
me is the one that I had only three nominees.
I had, yeah, I was struggling with this one as well. 'Cause I was thinking about legitimately. I was thinking, and I was like, were there any moments where I was like pumped up? I looked back at like my last years or a couple years ago, and some of these, because I think it's tough to get like a true fist bump moment,
Hmm.
that I would just be a little jokey with it. This one I
Yeah.
didn't go in that direction, but if I were going jokey, I would put Avatar 3, when he's high and Varang is like all up in his face and everything. I put that as like a fist bump moment. But I'm like, no, I'll be serious. So this
Yeah.
crop of nominees, my serious ones, I did get five. I had Nija 2 when he rips out of the Heart Freeze curse and transforms.
Hmm.
Think of any epic anime transformation.
Hmm.
This one is on that wavelength. In Avatar 3, there's a hero shot of Jake and Natiri with the war paint and the dragons are flying behind them. That was dope. Looked
Cool.
incredible. In Superman, when he rises out of the smoke slash
Hmm.
debris of the building that fell down and he like saved the one car, that was pretty cool. In F1, I put
Hmm.
the he's flying slash when he wins slash
Yeah.
Javier Bardem celebrating. And then in one battle after another, when she finally at the end of the like chase, when she hits on the brakes, all right, we're about to like finally the resolution's about to hit. We're gonna see what
Hmm.
goes on. I thought that also was a great moment. So those are my five fist pump moments. Where are your three fist pump moments?
My three are Sinners when the vampire burns at the end of the movie. Dude, they fucking cheered in my theater, bro. They
Oh
were
yeah,
fucking like pounding and screaming. It was so fucking hype. It was awesome. Marty winning at the end of Marty Supreme. Come on. It's what the whole movie was building towards, you know. It
it
was just
was.
one goal the entire movie and he did it. He got
I
to
was
do it,
wondering
you
that though,
know.
because genuinely I was not fist pumping. I was like, I'm concerned. I'm like, where are we gonna go from here? Because I'm like, he could. this wind could take him in a direction where he's gonna keep chasing it. So I was like, I don't
Mhm.
know, should we be happy? But
No, I
ultimately,
was hyped that he won.
he
I
left
was
it
hyped.
there, which is good.
And then my last one was Superman lifting up the building in Superman rising out of the smoke. It's just awesome. It is
There we
genuinely a great
go.
shot.
There we go.
My winner
All right,
is Sinners, the vampire burning. I mean, the theater fucking cheered, bro. There's nothing more fist pump than that.
that
It was
makes
awesome.
sense for sure. Mine would be Anisha too when he does the transformation,
Hmm.
which is
Fair
dope.
enough.
Again, knowing Anisha one, there like he starts out in that form or something, and then there's like a curse that makes him. But one of my issues was you've seen the trailers, right? Like
Hmm.
the little guy in Nisha too. Um, and I was just like, this design it just doesn't quite work for me. It looked a little too, I don't know, like a DreamWorks like kids
Yeah.
thing rather than a like fantasy epic like this was. So then the actual transformation, I'm like, oh, that design is way cooler, way more awesome. But then also just the moment itself, it's
Mhm.
crazy. So
Sick.
yeah, that was awesome. All right, next is the trailer. So best 2025 trailer, as in a trailer released in 2025, could be for movies in 25 or in 2026. My selections, I had F1, the We
Mhm.
Will Rock You trailer in particular, just classic hits. The Wuthering Heights trailer,
Ooh.
freaking Charlie
Oh,
XCX, Fall in
you're
Love
right.
Again.
I'm
Like that
changing
one
one of
was
mine.
really good. Hamnet, the official trailer. Again, this was one of those, which I'm glad I'd watched like I think a minute and a half of it, and I was like, I need to stop because one, I think it's gonna start spoiling some stuff, and I didn't want that.
Hmm.
But also, it was kind of like the past lives trailer where I was like, the trailer itself is so emotionally affecting that I'm like, this is gonna hit. So it
Hmm.
immediately made me want to watch it, even though it was on my list from like the beginning, as far as most anticipated. Tron Ares, the teaser trailer,
Oh,
when
dude,
we
it was
had
great.
we learned nothing about plot, didn't care, we just had
It was just
vibes and
vibes. Dude, the
visuals,
vibes were
vibes and
immaculate.
visuals, and it was immaculate. And then Sunrise on the Reaping, the new Hunger Games trailer, was
Hmm.
really good. Again,
Hmm.
I was like, I'm down for this. Let's go. Young Haymitch, Corey Quell,
Yeah.
let's do it. So, what are your selections or your
My
nominees?
selections are I changed it to Wuthering Heights because you're right. That was a great trailer. The first trailer for One Battle After Another, I thought was sick as fuck. The first trailer for Weapons, I also like every time it came on in the theater, I was like, this is hype. This is really cool. Where they're like every kid in the class got up, walked out the door, it was never seen again, except for
Mm,
one. Ah, it's just really good. The first trailer for Mission Impossible where he's just fucking running and there's like it's like a slight narration, but you just get the vibes of the movie and you get nothing about the plot. You're just like watching him run and it's like kind of like uh a little bit solemn and sad because it's the last entry, but it's like building up the hype. Thought
mm,
that was cool. And then the trailer for Begonia just got me really hyped with the Chapel Roan song. It's great.
okay. Very nice. Very nice. All right. My winner, I'm going Tron Ares on this one, the teaser trailer.
Okay.
Give me the vibes, give me visuals. Usually I lean towards those teasers. So yeah, I'm going Tron on that one.
I'm going Wuthering Heights. I'm fully changing it because I completely forgot that came out this last year, and it is incredible. It is such a fun trailer with the Charlie XCX music. Oh my god, dude, it gets me.
It is
I
a
still haven't seen it. I still didn't
truly
even see the
great,
movie.
bro. You got to see it.
I will
Trailer's far better, but we'll
fall
get
in
to it.
love again and again. Fall in love again and again. Fall in love again and again. Fall in love again and again. Again and
Great,
again
it's
and again
great.
and again and again and again and again and again and again.
All right.
It is so
Speaking
good.
of uses of music, let's go through our best use of music in an actual movie. So, what are your nominees for that?
The I could pick any part of Begonia, but the one that I liked the most was the "Tell Teddy I'm Sorry" part where what's his name? He kills himself, and the horns just go, "Bah!" Dude, it's
Yeah.
great. It is so tense, and then it goes into the ba 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 ba. It's just so good. The song "Red Dragonfly" and "No Other Choice," which is in the home invasion scene, it's the song on the record that's just like blaringly loud while they're arguing.
Mm,
Really good. I Lied to You and Sinners, obviously, I mean, is a great use of music. I think Train Dreams at the end of Train Dreams, where they're doing like the last little montage bit of the movie, is really beautiful. And then George Harrison's "Beware of Darkness" in the beginning of Weapons. I think it's a really strong way to open that movie was with that
Mm,
song. Because
very nice.
going into it, I'm like expecting to like see this very scary movie, and they're starting it off with the kids running out of the house, of course. And I don't know, I think it just like set the tone and the vibes really well for the film, and it was mostly a good time after that.
All right, very nice. So my nominations are, well, first of all, I lied to you 100% would win. But since I was like, that already has an Oscar nomination, I'm just doing the bonus ones outside of
Okay,
that. But I lied to you 100%, like without doubt. But also from Sinners, The Rocky Road to Dublin.
that's a
Their
good one. I
version
thought about
on
that one
that
too. Yeah,
is fantastic, and especially the way it builds, and then you have his new vampire crew is all part of it as well. Ah, it's just so good. The one battle after another, Dirty Work, Needle Drop, when we are introduced to Chase Infinity's character.
it's a good one. Steely
It's
Dan.
so, yeah, Steely Dan. It's so satisfying. It's just incredible. Like it just feels so good. You're like, ah, you feel safe, you feel comfortable, you feel good. Like it's great,
It's such a good movie.
truly. F1, the main theme, which I be bumping in the car, straight up.
Really,
Yes. Which, because initially watching it, I was like, it's a weird, like they went like the Challengers route of having like house music and as a score for a sports thing. I'm like, does that really fit? It fits. Okay. It's good. I really like it. Eddington, Katy Perry's Firework. You brought
dude.
up
I
the
almost
scene
put that
before.
too. I thought about it. Yeah, it was on there, and then I got rid of it for Weapons instead. I replaced it with Weapons. But dude, that is a them turning the music up and down, just blasting fireworks is really funny. It's a
Very good
tense
bit.
scene. It's really funny.
It is. It is. And then highest to lowest, James Brown's Payback. When they have, again, we talked about this in an episode we reviewed, when it's Denzel, he's in the passenger side of the car, he just starts shadow boxing for no reason.
Hmm.
And then Payback is playing as they're going to go meet, ASAP Rocky. It was so good. I was so hyped in that moment. That was the best part of the movie by like 10 miles. It was insane.
uh
All right. So, your winner for best use of music.
It's Red
Is,
Dragonfly, no other choice. It's just so good. Just
mm,
the fact that they're yelling at each other about this conversation about like the lives that they've lived, the parallel lives that they have, whether or not he loves his wife anymore or any of that stuff, and this music is just blaring over them is so good.
mm-hmm. Top pick. Mine would be Sinners, Rocky Road to Dublin. Again, that movie
It's good.
did the best with music. You
They
put up
did.
like 4 or 5 different songs, and they're all incredible. But yeah, the Rocky Road to Dublin, great usage of it.
Hmm. Absolutely. Our next category is best tearjerker moment, which I'm going to be missing out on because I did not see Hamnet. But I do have
Yeah.
my 5 selections here. What are your first five?
Okay. My first one is Nija 2,
Hmm?
when the mom is hugging him. And I was talking a little about this in like the top 10 thing. But again, it's just the idea that he felt like a burden to her his whole life. Right now, imagine he has a curse on him where his
Hmm.
literal skin is needles. Like there's
Oof.
needles popping out of his skin. He can't move. And his mother also kind of has that same curse on her at the moment. But she goes in
Hmm.
and hugs him and is like literally feeling pain, right? To hug him. And he's like, stop this. Like, I'm hurting you. This is all I've ever done to you is hurt you. And she's like, no, you're not a monster. I love you. It was like a beautiful moment. It was incredible. And that led into the transformation right afterwards. Insane. What an insane part of that movie. It was
That
phenomenal.
is nice.
Resurrection, when the kid in one of the little stories was like the little kid and she was taken under the wing of the one guy that's, doing magic tricks to fool people. Um, she's an orphan, and this is the one person that's like come into her life for a long period of time. But it was inevitable that he was going to leave and bounce. And there's just like beautiful shot of her waking up, noticing that the room is now empty, like he's gone, and then just like a tear comes down. Like that's insane. So that
Hmm.
was a great moment. Next, Hamnet, when
I'm
Hamnet,
taking it out. Taking. Hang on. Go ahead.
when Hamnet, of course, passes away, and she's trying to save him, and then he's lost and everything. And then, yeah, that was just incredible.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
All right. My next nomination is Hamnet.
Okay, go
Take it
ahead.
up.
Why did somebody put it back in, you bastard? Go
Then
ahead.
when they're mourning over the body, and then William comes back. Freaking devastating.
And then your last one.
And my fifth nomination is Hamnet.
God, I hate you. Stop making me put him back in, you son of a bitch.
When it's the ending of Hamlet, and then she reaches out to him to console Hamlet's actor, and then everyone in theater follows suit. Oh my god, incredible!
I should just leave him off because I feel like your winner is going to be Hamnet. Yes.
Well, we got to go through your nominations and everything,
Oh
but
right.
yeah. So
Okay.
three of my nominations were Hamnet,
Yeah.
as to be expected.
So my nominations are the ending for Sorry Baby, the ending
Mhm.
for Train Dreams, the
Oh
ending
yeah.
for If I Had Legs I'd Kick You,
Okay.
the ending of the Phoenician Scheme,
Oh,
and then the sandwich conversation in Sorry Baby between Agnes and John Carroll Lynch.
all right. Very cool. So my winner, I'll just say it's the fourth nomination. You can put it back in. So
Okay,
people
okay,
know. They
okay,
know the fourth nomination that
okay,
I
okay.
gave. It's for Hamnet, of course, but yeah, the fourth
Of
nomination.
course. My winner is the ending for Sorry Baby. I think it's just so poignant. It's just so beautiful.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. What do we have next? Our best LOL moment. Biggest LOL moment. Things that made us laugh.
This one was a little
All right.
tough. There were some really good funny movies that came out this past year, but not that many, unfortunately.
Yeah. I had a
Not a
pretty
lot of
good,
comedies.
as I was going through the year, I was like jotting down the ones that really, really made me laugh and stuck with me. It's my first nomination from Ninja 2. It was the post credit scene, which they came back and did a gag of one of the villains. He was like beat up from something earlier in the movie, and then he went into his like dungeon or cave, and they had a facial recognition thing.
Mhm.
Now, in the post credit scene, his face is healed up, but they need to get back in there. And so his henchmen, who hate him, of course, are like annoyed with him. They gleefully start beating him up so that his face can get back to being disfigured for the facial scan. So that was a really funny bit.
That's pretty good.
Um, one of them days, Kiki Palmer, when she delivers a line after, says his boyfriend is there and he's got the biggest dick ever. And then
Mhm.
she goes, "What in the Medusa? Girl, I almost turned to stone," and then hits a face like I've never seen. Turning to the camera and everything, I was like, "This is so
Fantastic.
insane." It was hilarious. Eddington, when the kid is explaining to his parents about deconstructing whiteness, and the
What the
the
fuck are
parents'
you talking
response,
about? You're white. It's so good.
yeah. And then Naked Gun, the infrared stuff. That was a great, throwback visual gag and everything.
Mhm.
And then this one's for you. Materialists, when Pedro Pascal's crouching down after the leg surgery.
Oh my god, dude, that shit is funny. That shit cracked me up.
Intentionally funny. It was meant to be funny.
I think
All right.
unintentionally funny. Uh, for me, my nominations are in the Naked Gun, the claw game where they're trying to get the car out of the lake, and it's like a claw
Yeah,
game going down on it. I thought that was a
that's some good
really it was
stuff.
my favorite visual gag in that movie. I think it's so funny. Um, the money lending scene in One of Them Days where they're trying to get money from the money lenders, and she's just laughing at their
Dude,
credit score.
she's so
So good.
funny.
She's
You
so
saw
funny.
Curb, right? And you saw her in the last couple of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
seasons
yeah.
of Curb. She's
She's
so
fantastic.
funny.
Where
She
she's like
needs
the
to be
bad actress
yes.
and she's
She
trying to do
needs to
acting lessons.
be
Oh, she's so good.
in everything. She's hysterical. Yeah,
I still
100%.
haven't
Every
finished
line she gave
Curb.
was
Can you
awesome.
believe that? I'm on the last season of Curb and I still haven't finished it.
You got to
God,
get
I
to it,
love
man.
that show. That show's so fucking funny.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
Um, the in you didn't see Friendship, did you?
No, I have not, unfortunately.
Do you care if I spoil it? Are you ever gonna watch it?
I don't care if you spoil it.
So there's a scene in Friendship early on in the movie where Paul Rudd takes him through sewers so that they can get to like the rooftop somewhere and like see the city from the roof. And he thinks it's cool. And so halfway through the movie, he takes his wife into the sewers to take her there too because he wants her to think that he's cool. And he loses her in the sewers. And he's like very intense. He's like running around the sewers screaming her name. He can't find her. It's kind of like a thriller moment. And then he just like it like hard cuts to him just walking home alone. And he's like looking around and his son comes home and he goes, "Hey, where's mom?" And he's like, he just walks away. And the police show up and they're like, "Sir, do you know where your wife is?" And he just goes, "She's in the sewers." And they go, "What?" And he goes, "She's in the sewers." It's so funny. Uh, the part in the Phoenician scheme where you find out a character's real identity is all I'll say. Very, very funny.
Okay.
And then again in Friendship, there's a point towards the end of the movie where he takes a drug. He like licks a toad skin to get the psychedelics from the toad, and he lays down and he starts to trip.
Nice.
And the before he goes in, like the kid that's helping him is explaining to him that like, hey, you could be gone for like years, you know, like you could experience a whole lifetime on this trip. You know, some people are there for decades. And he takes the drug and he like lays down and he just walks into a subway and Paul Rudd is running the subway and he just goes up and Paul Rudd goes, hey man, what are you having? And he goes, I think I'll do black forest ham on whole wheat. And he goes, you got it, man. And he makes him the sandwich and then he just wakes up and that's the entire trip. It's so fucking funny.
That's all a man wants,
Did
So
I say
good.
all of them?
The
Yeah, I said
sub
all of them.
from
Yep.
Paul Rudd.
Those are
All
my
right.
LOL moments. What's your winner?
So my winner is One of Them Days, the Kiki Palmer.
It's good. It's a good
Again,
pick.
the line, the delivery, the face, all of
Hmm.
it is just too perfect. It's too good.
I'm picking the subway trip from Friendship. I think it's just so good. I went out of my way to try and pick only comedy films from last year that had LOL moments, but there were
Mhm.
plenty of like runner ups in some dramatic films. I think One Battle After Another has plenty of funny moments. I think Leo's whole interaction on the phone is really
Oh
great.
yeah, very good.
I think the hardest I laughed in that movie was Sean Penn saying that he was reverse raped, and then the other guy going semen demon. Really, really funny.
It was always again because I was in that film in the theaters 3 times and listening to how
Mhm,
people respond to that because some people find it hilarious because again objectively it's just the most absurd thing ever. And then other
mhm.
people like I can see them just be like a little weirded out and like
I think it's so funny.
so
I was raped in reverse. It's crazy.
it is yeah that's a very funny script for sure.
Sperm thief, semen demon.
All
So
right,
funny.
let's do our most beautiful shot.
Oof.
So your nominees, Dylan.
The debate in the desert, and it was just an accident. When it's the wide shot that's just panning left and right as they're debating what to do, I think it's
Hmm.
gorgeous. The split screen effect in Twinless, where it ends with the one screen pulling back and then the split screen actually just disappearing as they end up in one shot together. Incredible. Um,
Very nice.
Alicia Silverstone floating in Begonia, where it's one of the black and white scenes, and they're out in front of the corporate headquarters, and Jesse Plemons is holding on to her like she's a balloon, and she's floating
Okay,
up,
yep.
and Emma Stone is just like explaining corporate mumbo jumbo about what they've done. Uh, the shot of the vampire burning at the end of Sinners, again, just sick with the music going, is so
Oh
cool.
yeah,
And then Robert Grenier in the bed, dead at the end of Train Dreams, where he's just like overgrown with forestry. Yeah, love that.
it's very beautiful. Yeah. All right, my nominees are in 28 years later, and they had that massive alpha running down the causeway, and you had the like
Hmm.
night sky with all
That
the
shit is
galaxies
sick.
and whatnot in the background. Like that looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
In one battle after another, during the highway chase scene, when you
Hmm.
see like the Charger, I think it is the white car, and then the Mustang, going over the hills. But
Hmm.
then way in the background, you finally see Leo's car enter the race as well. Like I just love
Hmm.
that the way it shifts the whole dynamic there.
Hmm.
Die My Love transition when there's like little droplets of ink on a
Hmm.
canvas, and then Jennifer Lawrence wakes up, goes and stands over it, and she has her top off, and so breast milk falls down onto the canvas. And so it's like the intermingling of droplets of ink and milk, which transitions into like a crossfade into the night sky and like this cosmic portrait. I think it's a very
It's pretty sick.
evocative image, very cool way to just do that. And then Twinless, the split screen shot, of
Hell
course.
yeah, dude. It's so
That
good.
is amazing. It's truly amazing. Again, just the technique is cool and how long they carry it on, but again, just the way it ends.
The ending is
Beautiful.
fantastic. It
And
just speaks
then
so much to the character's like thought process. It's just so
exactly,
smart.
yeah. So purposeful. And
That
then
movie's awesome.
Resurrection, the German expressionist rotating set. It's It's very, very
Mhm.
fun, very artistic. Loved it. So those are my nominees. As for my winner, I'm gonna go with "Die My Love." And I think just on a pure visual
Sounds
level,
cool.
like it's a very interesting imagery. But then again, just the way it ties into the broader themes of again life and motherhood and all this. Um, and again, she's like an author, so she's a storyteller in some sense as well. So it just all mingles together really, really well. So I
Mhm.
love that shot.
I'm going with Robert Grenier in the bed at the end of Train Dreams. The whole movie is just gorgeous, and that was like a little cherry on top right at the end of the movie. It's just so beautiful, like such a cathartic way of saying goodbye to that character.
100%. Yeah, because so many death scenes are sad or tragic. This one,
I felt content.
yeah, it felt like peaceful content. Yeah, it's a nice spin on that sort of feeling we would expect to have. All right,
Mhm.
our best action set piece. Let's go here. My nominees are first up, Ninja 2.
Ooh.
Ninja is fighting with some dude with both electricity powers and he's like teleporting around.
Mhm.
Again, that fight, like I said, with animation, you can do anything. You can make the characters go anywhere. You can put the camera anywhere. So they better be some awesome fights. This one absolutely delivers on that front.
Hell yeah.
Mission Impossible Final Reckoning goes the other way. If you're going to do stunts, make it as real as you can. In the biplane
Mhm.
sequence, come on. Come on. Mission
Yeah.
Impossible famed for its stunts. And this one, they went out on a massive high. So that was great. Avatar, Fire and Ash, the bare knuckle brawl between Jake and
Ooh.
Quaritch on the floating islands.
Interesting.
I love that. Heads of State. You heard about this one?
Yeah, John Cena
John
and
Cena, Idris Elba, yeah,
Idris Elba. Yeah,
as the American president and the British prime
buff world
minister.
leaders.
There you go. They had a bare knuckle brawl
That's kind of cool.
with
You love when they go bare knuckle, don't they?
I
Don't you?
do. And again, I'm like, this is one where you can't fake it. You can't rely on spectacle too much. You just give me some good, strong choreography, and they did here. So they're fighting with I
Mhm.
forget what country they're in, but it's just like a bunch of random punks, and they're trying to like steal their car basically. Um, and so yeah, they get into a tussle, and it was great. Really well choreographed. And finally, Novocaine kitchen
Okay.
fight scene. Again, the whole idea here is the guy can't feel pain, and so he uses that to his advantage in these fights. And I think they did it really cleverly and creatively with the
Mhm.
kitchen fight scene, where it ends with him, going into a boiling uh, vat of oil, like frying oil, and picking out a weapon to use. So well
Mhm.
done, I thought. So those are my nominees. How about yours?
I'm going with the car chase in one battle after another. I think it's a great way to end that film. I think it's a great action set piece. Just the use of the land itself.
Hmm.
The biplane in Mission Impossible, obviously. The
Yes.
blimp attack in Avatar 3 when they're on the blimps in the
Oh.
fire. Avatar show up for the first time and raid the blimps. I think it was sick. The sub in Mission Impossible. I
Hmm.
know you didn't
Hmm.
like it as much, but I still think Tom Cruise in this sub that's filling up with water, just doing what he can and getting like tossed around is cool. And then the final fight in Sinners when all the vampires are finally let into the bar and they all just attack. It's great.
All right. So, what is your winner?
I'm going with the biplane in Mission Impossible. It's just so sick.
Dude, me too. The
It's just
biplane has to
awesome.
win. Again,
Yeah, 100%.
real stunts. He's up there. It's going crazy.
He's on that plane.
Yeah, has to be the victor. All right, let's go to our next one, which is our new category. So, best smile on my face moment. What'd you
Mhm.
take this to mean, Dylan?
I took it to mean that I'm literally just smiling watching the screen. That what I'm seeing is either massively entertaining or is making me massively happy in some kind of way. I'm literally just enjoying what I'm watching.
There you go. Which is a beautiful feeling, right? Like when you catch yourself just being like smiling ear to ear. It's great. It's great. So, what were your nominees for this category?
The I lied to you sequence in Sinners, it's just so magnificent. I was like jaw dropped, smiling throughout the whole thing. Thought it was fantastic. The
Hmm.
ending of Sentimental Value, where there's kind of that catharsis of daughter and father working together and finding peace with one another. I love that.
Yeah.
Uh, the part in Train Dreams where he's in the biplane and he's just smiling and he can see the world like from a full view and just enjoying it. Uh, Weapons when Aunt Gladys is being chased and then killed. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
so entertaining.
Oh yeah.
And then Wallace and Gromit, just the whole damn thing. The whole damn thing. I was smiling throughout all of it. I love Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, that's beautiful. Love that. All right, my nominees: Life of Chuck. Did you see this?
I didn't
Life of
see Life
Chuck,
of Chuck.
Tom Hiddleston. There's a dance scene
Hmm.
that is, again, the best part of the film by a whole mile, and it is delightful. Like it's just pure delight. And again, the whole thing is like everyone that's walking around just stops and starts enjoying this moment with them. It's like
Hmm.
the audience, you are as well. Like you're just like, can this go on forever? Because it's like the best part. So dance scene from Life of Chuck, weapons, the kids chasing Gladys at the end, very fun. One battle after another, pretty much the whole Benicio del Toro portion, but
Hmm.
especially when he's like trying to bring Leo to get somewhere where he can charge his phone, and that whole bit of
Hmm.
like he's again Leo just keeps trying to plug in everywhere, and he yells at the one kid to get off the phone, and Leo's like, "I'm not on the phone," and then he brings him up to his apartment finally. Like that whole bit is just hilarious. And again, Leo being on the phone, raging out with the customer service of the French
Hmm.
75,
It's just so
just
good.
delightful. Sinners, I could have put I Lied to You, but I'm saving that for another one. The song where I forget her name, but her homegirl is up there stomping around on stage. It's part of the Pale Pale Moon song right
Hmm.
before
Yeah.
um, our guy gets bit. So yeah, it was just delightful. And they also I rewatched it uh, earlier today as well, and they again it's just great. Like they're syncing up. There's one dude getting beat up because he's like cheating, and so they sync that up to the stomping that's going along with the song. So it's like the dude's getting beat on the beat.
Hmm.
So it's incredible. And then
Beat on the
Freakier
beat.
Friday. Yeah, you got beat on beat. Freakier Friday when Lindsay Lohan is trying to seduce Jake, the guy that played her love interest from the first one,
Hmm.
um, by just being very not like you just think she's crazy and she's just trying to do like all the moves, spinning the hair, crawling on because in like a record store or something, she's like
Hmm.
crawling around on the tables, knocking over the CDs and everything. And then Jamie Lee Curtis is crawling around. I forget what they were trying to get, but she's like trying to pick out something or just not be seen. I think because Jake still had a crush on Jamie Lee Curtis. So that whole bit was very amusing. So my winner is going to be One Battle After Another. That whole
Hell yeah.
Benicio del Toro portion. Again, 3 times I watched that, and every single time I'm just like,
Hmm.
it's just delightful. I'm
It's
just
just so
levitating watching
enjoyable.
this. He's just
All right,
fantastic.
let's get to work.
Exactly. Like
A
it's just too
few,
good.
a few small beers.
So many great lines in that. And then again, that phone call that Leo is
Hmm.
doing. Again, not a false note. Like again, you have to do a lot of scream acting, like yelling, and a lot of
Yeah.
people it just doesn't work. But he can nail it. So yeah, what would be your winner for best smile on my face?
The in the plane sequence in Train Dreams. It's the catharsis of it. It's just so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
After
it's
that whole
very
film of
sweet.
watching him suffer and just be silent about it and just getting beat on by life and having a moment where he can just be happy is beautiful.
Amen to that. All right. And what is our final category?
It is the peak of our bonus categories, the crown, the creme de la creme, if you will. Best
Indeed.
scene.
Yes. All
What
right.
are your nominees, Ryan?
My nominees first up Warfare, the shell shocked sequence
Hmm.
after the big explosion. Beautifully well done from a filmmaking standpoint. Sinners, the Pierce the Veil slash I Lied to You scene.
Hmm.
Phenomenal. Again, a literal barn burner. And then the introduction of the vampires to, the talent of Preacher Boy. It's incredible. Absolutely a knockout scene and a oneer to boot. Just perfectly done. Hamnet, the ending in the Globe Theater. I'll just say that. And then one bout after another, the highway chase. And then the secret agent, when the refugees are all together talking about who they really are, because again, they're all using code names up to that point, fake identities, but then there they all sort of just reveal who they really are and where they're going,
Hmm.
right? They get to have that moment of having their guard down and just enjoying good company with people. Beautiful scene.
Hmm.
All right, how about you?
My nominees are the final car chase in One Battle After Another, the dinner scene in Begonia, the home invasion in No Other Choice, the I Lied to You Pierce the Veil sequence in Sinners, and the desert debate in It Was Just an Accident.
All right, there we go. My winner is for my number one film. I anticipate yours will be also from your number one film. So there we go. So my best scene, Hamnet, and the ending in that Globe Theater.
Hmm.
And yours is.
The home invasion and No Other Choice. I mean, it's one of the best things I've seen in years.
There
It's just incredible.
we go. So that's our bonus Oscars.
That's it. We've done it.
Indeed. So we had a lot of nominations for One Battle After Another. Sinners.
A
I
lot for
think the
Sinners.
only shared win was Mission Impossible
Yep.
for
Yeah,
action set
action
piece,
set piece. Yep.
and everything
That was just so
else.
clear.
Yeah, everything else we sort of differed on. But yeah, did you have a win for One Battle anywhere or no?
The quote, "Ocean waves, ocean waves."
Oh yeah, you had Ocean Waves there. Again, a fellow nominee for me. I had Wake Up Dead Man. Yeah, interesting, interesting.
No Other Choice had a lot of wins. Sinners had some wins for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Train Dreams had a couple of wins.
Train Dreams did have a couple for you. I had no nominees for Train Dreams
Interesting.
or Another
Very
Choice. We had
interesting.
quite a few Twinless nominees.
Yeah. Dude,
Good.
the movie's great. Sorry
I had a
Baby
lot
had a
of
couple of wins.
yeah. So it's interesting where we diverge because Sorry Baby
Hmm.
was entirely held down by you, Train Dreams,
Hmm.
and um, the
No Other Choice.
No Other Choice, and then I had Warfare, Hamnet, and Nisha 2 entirely on my
Yeah.
side of things, and then we shared Sinners in One Battle After Another, of course, and then is that the main one we shared? Because yeah, I don't think any others. We
I
both had
think
a
so, yeah.
few Eddington, maybe it was just an accident, came up a couple times, but yeah, so mainly just One Battle, Sinners, and then our respective other films in our top tens,
Yep.
which makes sense for sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
All right.
great nominees all around and great
Oh,
winners.
yeah.
It was a good year, very good year.
It was. That's all the time we have. If you'd like to give your thoughts on the show, you can email us at theboxofficeshowpod@gmail.com.
Our main title theme for the show is Sundown by Joseph McDade.
And if you like the show, please give us 5 stars, whatever podcast app you're listening to, and be sure to tune in next week. Have a great rest of your day.